Hi, I've got two cameras that I'm looking at, so if I go back and forth, that's why. My name's Jessica, and I have been asked this question and been accused of being a part of a pyramid scheme several times in my life. And I wanted to really create a resource that would accurately describe what pyramid schemes are and what to look for so that you don't ever fall victim to them. And then also explain what Beachbody is, because there have been a lot of people, I myself thought that it was a pyramid scheme in the beginning, and rather than just saying, no, it's not, I really wanted to dive into and make sure I myself can accurately describe the difference, and because it looks very similar. So I wanted to highlight some of those key differences. So just a background on me, if you didn't know. So I am a registered nurse. I went to a 4-year school and got my bachelor's in 4 years to become a registered nurse. And I then continued my education to become a certified holistic health coach, because that's really my passion, is to help people live their absolute healthiest life and feel their absolute best self so they can carry out the purpose that they were called to and created for on this earth so the world can benefit. I would not be here. I would not have ever graduated from either of my programs if I didn't know how to do good research. And I'm not talking about like just look it up on Pinterest, just Google something. I had to get really good at researching things to the core truth. And so you better believe that when I looked into starting my own business, I did a lot of research, and I read a lot of blog articles, but I also went to like the FAQs of a company. I called and investigated some different things on several different companies. I have actually been a part of three different companies that have been accused of being a pyramid scheme. They basically essentially use multi-level marketing to get their products and their message out. And all three companies, phenomenal products. One of those companies did not originate in the US. They originated in China, actually, with Chinese herbs. And the founder said, when I came to America, I was so excited for people to benefit from my tremendous products from manuscripts that were passed on from centuries ago in these Chinese herb combinations. But I recognized very quickly that people weren't interested in health. They were interested in money and business. And that's why he decided to get people interested, he needed to add the business aspects. And that's why they became a multi-level marketing company to help get the product out there. So I thought that was, a big eye-opener for me as far as our country and our world. And people, they need to work to live and survive, and they're interested in money. And so when someone says they're from a company that they've only been involved with for maybe 6 to 10 years and they're earning 7 figures, immediately everyone thinks it's a scheme or a scam, or it's dirty money, or there's something untruthful about it, because there's no way that's possible. If not, why wouldn't everyone do it, right? And so I thought the same thing until I started researching. So I want to break down for you. First, in order to make an accusation of of something being a part of a pyramid scheme, we need to know what it is. First of all, it's illegal in America. It's illegal in this country and in most other countries. A pyramid scheme, I will actually read you, where's my mouse? I will read you the definition. Are you ready? Also, my babies are running around, crawling around, so things could get interesting. Okay, a pyramid scheme or scam is a business model that recruits members via a promise of payments or services for enrolling others into the scheme, rather than supplying investments or sale of products or services. As the recruiting multiplies, recruiting becomes quickly impossible, and most members are unable to profit. And that is why they are unsustainable and illegal. So what it looks like is So on paper, and this is what I said in the beginning, on paper, it looks very similar because you have like the person who starts it, right? This pyramid thing, and gets 2 investors. If you invest in this, then you can make a lot of money. Okay, we'll invest in it. They don't get anything in return. They don't get a product in return. Look how cute he is. They don't get a product in return. They don't get an actual tangible service. It's just an investment in an idea. And the fireplace is over there. Hey, come here. You can't run away from me. Come do this video with me. Okay, so that is a huge differentiation right there between a pyramid scheme and a multi-level marketing company. Or most, I can't speak for all of them, but the ones I've been affiliated with. And so he gets his 2 people, and he tells that person, you need to find 2 more people to invest in this with you. And then those 2 people, the money that they invest goes to the top. And then that person replicates it and says, you need to find 2 people to invest in this. I don't know what they call them. A lot, like the examples I've seen is called like money sharing, or women empowering women, where they try and like cover up what it actually is. But really what you're doing is you're giving money to someone with a promise of getting that money back, like an investment, getting that money back plus some, the more that you get people to participate. Okay, so it's really, you're dealing with money. And so as that continues, the person at the top is benefiting from all of these different investors on different levels. That's why it looks like a pyramid, but all the money is going up to the top. And these people aren't getting anything. Does that make sense? Like, do you guys see, like, that's why it's a pyramid scheme, because all the money is going to one person at the top or a few at the top, and these people down here are getting absolutely nothing. All they're getting is a promise of eventually getting their money back if they find more investors. But it's not sustainable, and the people at the bottom in a pyramid scheme, they can't ever make money. They can't ever, because unless, they end up being the people at the top. But it's just a money circle, essentially. Okay? Does that make sense? Hopefully? Okay. So it looks like a pyramid. This is where people get very confused with multi-level marketing companies. And again, I'm at this point going to switch over to speaking about Beachbody, because I know their compensation plan and I know their business principles. I know the structure. So that is what I can speak to. I cannot speak to other multi-level marketing companies because I don't know. I know they're all different, and I can't guarantee that they're not part of something like that. Okay? Okay, so is Beachbody, the company of Beachbody, a pyramid scheme? If that was to be true, then people who start with Beachbody wouldn't ever receive a product or a service. So right off the bat, you know that it's not, because you see infomercials, right? They sell products. Nobody ever pays for anything without getting something in return. It is a company. It is a billion-dollar company in the health and fitness industry that supplies products and programs to people. So first and foremost, that's what it is. Now, what's up with all these coaches? What's up with the pyramid structure? So when you become a Beachbody coach, there's specific trainings and certifications that you can be a part of to be, you don't have to have any background in health and fitness, but you have to want to learn, right? Because that's what you're helping people in. And so you're essentially the middleman between these certified trainers who have, many of them, their doctorate in physiology and or their masters in all of their certifications, be a personal trainer. And they're very, very good at what they do. And that's the only way that the company Beachbody ever hired them to create these fitness programs. So you have these fitness recommendations from these personal trainers. You have these nutritional programs and guidelines that are developed by nutritionists, registered dietitians, people who went to school to know what the heck they're talking about. And they've developed this incredible system that is customizable for different people, no matter where they are, whether they have 200 pounds to lose, or whether they're looking to gain weight, or whether they're looking to build muscle, or whether they're pregnant, or whether they're breastfeeding, or no matter where they're at, it can be customized to what their goals are. So you have the instructions, you have these programs, and then you have the consumer. And there's this middle ground where hopefully you guys can hear me. Many times, the majority of people get lost. You go to the doctor, your doctor says you need to lower your triglycerides, here are some recommendations. A year later, no change has been made, or the change that was made only lasted a week, right? How many of us have been there or know someone who that happened to? So the coach's role is as Beachbody. Beachbody gives us all the materials, trainings, resources we need to help those people follow the guidelines that the professional provided. So we are the person that is the resource. So we learn these programs and guides ourselves, and then our customer asks us, hey, Jessica, how do I customize this nutrition program for me if I have 20 pounds to lose, but my husband wants to gain 20 pounds of muscle? How can this work for both of us? And I walk them through the specific guide and my recommendations and how to make that work for both of them. Hey, Jessica, I have knee injuries, but I really want to get in shape. So what program do you recommend for me to do? And can you help me stay accountable? That's my job. As a coach, as a Beachbody coach, that's your job to do that. Now, so that's like the role of the coach, okay? So how do you earn money as a Beachbody coach, and especially how did some of these coaches hit these like 6-7 figure markers if it's just that? Here is where you have different avenues to earn income. You can earn obviously commissions as any kind of representative of a company. The main company makes the product, and then if someone wants to represent them and recommend them and teach people how to use the products, then you get a commission from that. Usually it's about 25%, but it depends on what that product is. And that's standard, right? That's any company. That's the grocery store. That is any kind of brick and mortar building. You have a wholesale cost and a resale cost, and the difference is what the seller makes. But I've always said, as a coach, I don't feel like a salesperson because I'm not. That is such a small percentage of what I do. I don't have any product here that I sell or distribute. I recommend certain things. I influence a certain lifestyle. I help people learn how to navigate through the craziness of parenthood, but still take care of themselves. And so I personally don't feel like a salesperson because I don't actually sell any product. I recommend it and I represent it because I live it, but I don't sell it. Do you see what I never had to buy any wholesale products to resell. I don't do that at all. The majority of coaches don't. But there's that option. Here is where residual income comes in, and this is where people get confused and don't understand. You can build a team as a coach. So you build a team of coaches, and this is my perspective on this. I can help this many people. Physically, realistically, I can only help this many people. I can't, my resources are limited as one human. I have the internet, thankfully, and so I can teach, but still, again, I have a very limited amount of time that I can give to people and still keep high quality. So in order to maximize the impact that I want to have through the mission and passion that I have, I've partnered with this company, and I train coaches how to be health and fitness coaches. I train them how to help people like I'm wanting to help people. And everybody's different. I have had in the last couple months over a handful of people come to me and say, I had a horrible Beachbody experience, but I really want to try Beachbody on Demand or Shakeology. And I apologize because I recognize that there are almost 500,000 Beachbody coaches and they're not all good. Some of them are in this for the wrong reasons, and they will not last. And they have the wrong mission and goals and background, and they're not good with people, or they're only pushing one agenda. And I apologize if that's ever been your experience, because that is not a true representation of the company and our CEO's heart. That is not representation of the programs and the products and what your experience should be. So it is my mission to find more people like me who I can link arms with, to where we can simultaneously make an incredible impact in the world through these programs and products that have been proven to work. I mean, I am a walking example, for those of you who know my story. And then if you haven't seen results, literally Google Beachbody results, testimonials, 80-day obsession results, Shift Shop results, Lift 4 results, 21-day fix results. Like, all these programs are absolutely changing people's lives. In the first 6 months that I decided to partner with this company and really help people, I helped more people with their health with tangible scientific lab results. I helped more people improve their health than in my entire nursing career before that. That was so fulfilling to me, and such a huge eye-opener to the power of nutrition, nutrient density, exercise, fundamental foundational health, an approach of foundational health. So, that is where I was like, oh my gosh, like, we could totally change the world. We could end the trend. That's one of the things that our CEO, Carl Deichler, is so passionate about. Him and his wife are so passionate about reversing the health trend in America, because it's horrible, especially in kids, you guys. 1 in 3 kids are obese or overweight, and on the borderline, if not been diagnosed with diabetes. That is unacceptable. And that is 100% because of lifestyle. So if we can play a role in reversing that and improving the generations to come, absolutely, you better believe that I'm going to do that. Okay, so going back to my point. So my mission is to find other people who are like-minded with me, who want to help make an impact. Maybe they don't know what to do or how, but they want to make an impact, and they would really like to make a side income, or eventually a full-time income, and be able to work from home. That was my driver. As a registered nurse working in prison 40 to 60 hours a week, I wasn't able to be home with my family, and they got what was left of me, not what's best of me. And I was not feeling fulfilled at all in my career. It was a miserable place to work in my department, and I knew that I wasn't living up to my fullest potential. I saw this potential, and within 2 years, I was able to retire, and I matched my starting RN income. That is where the power of building a team comes in. Now, let me make one huge differentiation right now between a pyramid scheme and what Beachbody's income avenues are. So you know about commission. Sorry, I'm watching my kid and make sure he doesn't go by the fireplace. The next one is bonuses, and there is a huge incentive to being an entrepreneur and simultaneously being partnered with a billion-dollar corporate company. Liam, this is why my live videos are so exciting, right? Because I never know what my kid's gonna do. Okay, hold on, guys. Pause 1 second. Come here. Don't run from me. Okay. Sorry. Okay, so, and there's Liberty. So you have all the incentives of being a part of a corporate company, such as bonuses, quarterly bonuses, and free luxury vacations. Like there's a huge benefit. None of that. So with a pyramid scheme, you're getting money from the bottom, and the money from the bottom is going to the people on top, right? Even if I became a top coach, will never, ever get money from my coaches. I will never get any of the money from my coaches. I want you to hear that. That is a big difference because of the pyramid scheme. That's how it works. How the bonuses work is off of volume. So the way that I see it, where a pyramid scheme is incredibly selfish for the people at top because they're lying and manipulating people and lying to them, saying they're going to get this if they invest this. Multi-level marketing and network marketing, and how I've experienced, is the most selfless business model that you can have, because it is impossible to be incredibly successful and have a lucrative business and all the perks that come along with that if you are not investing into your coaches and helping them make their own dreams come true and helping them be successful. If you're just doing it all for you, even if you're a really good salesperson and you sell a lot of products, you cannot be really successful at this. It is impossible the way that the bonuses work. And my friends who I've made in this company, who are incredible humans, so generous, very humble, who make 6-7 figures, 99% of their income every week, when they're bringing in 20 grand a week, comes from the bonuses. They're called team cycle bonuses. And that is only because they invested time and effort consistently over the long run to help train their coaches how to build their businesses and reach more people. And together we create this ripple effect of positivity and health throughout the country, and now spreading throughout the world in the different countries that we're opening up in. 99% of that insanely huge check every week comes from these bonuses that comes from corporate, has nothing to do with any money that's being made below them. That to me is so phenomenal, and what an incredible motivator. I will also tell you that this type of business model really weeds out the people who are trying to make a quick buck, because you cannot. Unless you're like a super good salesperson and you could sell, ice to an Eskimo, and all of your income is generated off of commissions, the first year is really hard. You're not earning the same amount of effort that you're putting in, because you're learning. You're learning how to talk to people. You're learning how to believe in yourself. You're being a product of the product and learning how to more about the programs and Shakeology and the performance line and what's available, and you're learning why you believe in it, because there's no point of being a part of something you don't believe in wholeheartedly. And so that first year can be really hard. You're learning. For me, helping people and connecting with people comes very naturally, but the business end and figuring out all the numbers and how team cycle bonuses work, and how commissions work and rank and all these different things, not my specialty. I'm I will help everybody, but I'm not really a good business person. And so I've had to dive into that, because I want this financial freedom for my family. And what I've recognized is that every penny that I earn, every bonus that I earn, is a reflection of the amount of people that I'm able to help. And so if this is small, this is small. If this is small, this is small. They go hand in hand. And in the beginning, I was I just want to help people. I don't really care about the money. And because of that, financially, I've exceeded my expectations, because I have a non-financial goal, if that makes sense. It's so much deeper than money to me. And I've recognized that in order to help the maximum amount of people, I have to help other coaches be successful and believe in themselves and find their dream and find their financial fulfillment, and believe in themselves and grow themselves. That will help, as a team, collectively, that will help us reach more people. So I hope that helps you guys see the difference between a pyramid scheme and what Beachbody is as a company. Everything that you earn comes from a corporate level. Like I said, you can earn your 25% of commissions, but once you start recruiting coaches, you don't earn any commission on them anymore, on any of their orders. You start investing in them and helping them grow their team, and they get their discount on their products. Essentially, you're giving up your commission when they become coaches and get that discount that I've talked to many of you about. And all those bonuses, none of it comes from the bottom. It all comes from the company that you are representing. So I thought that was really rad to be able to understand fully. I'm going to go see what my baby's doing. But if you guys have any questions, please let me know. I hope this video is helpful. I went live and I recorded this to be posted up on YouTube, so you can share it if you have anyone who may be interested in something like this. Because like I said, the only way that our impact can truly grow is through helping each other be successful. And here's one more, sorry, I forgot about this point. When you're part of a traditional business structure, you have like a director, a chief, supervisors or managers, and then you have each supervisor has their people. So it always looks like a pyramid no matter what business structure you're using. And what are you eating? Hopefully nothing. With this type of business model, everyone owns their own business. So you don't have a boss that you work for. Like if someone's a coach on my team and I, brought them into the business, I'm not their boss at all. I can give them resources, and I'm more of a business coach for them to help them be successful, but I'm not their boss. They dictate how successful they are and how much they work and how where they want their goals to be. So anyone can surpass me. I could surpass my coach. I could be lower than all the other people that I bring into the business. And that part I love, because I don't like being caged in. That's why I'm an entrepreneur. I like to run things on my own schedule, how I like to do them, with my own heart and my own intention, my own creativity. And that part's really amazing, because you get to do whatever you want with this platform. You don't have to use any of Beachbody's marketing materials. Like, you can be someone who's so passionate about opening up, trying to think, like an orphanage. I don't know why I thought of that, but maybe you want to open up an orphanage, but financially you're like, how could I do that? This could be the platform that helps catapult you into financial freedom, so that you could do the things that you want to do and have the freedom that you want to do without being chained to a 9-to-5 job. Like, that's a huge benefit of being a part of this with residual income. You could take, my amazing friend and coach was able to take off 5 weeks to travel around the country and not work at all, and still is earning incredible money because of the foundation that she built. And so many people, hey. So my baby wants to get into the fireplace and electrical outlets while I do my videos. I'm wrapping up right now, I promise. But like, even having him, when I was on maternity leave, and so many people were like, I can't believe that you're giving up your state job with full benefits and disability and, a 6-figure income. But to me, my dreams are so much bigger than selling my life for a quote unquote guaranteed disability and pension that is probably not going to be there when I retire. And like, I want to own where I'm going with my life. And that quality of life is just not what I want. I used to tell people I felt like a heart whore because I was selling my soul and my purpose for a paycheck. And now I'm not doing that. Like, it's so amazing, and it's hard work, don't get me wrong, but it's an incredible opportunity. So anyways, I hope this was helpful for some of you. And if this really resonates with anyone, I'd be happy to talk with you. I do have like a new interview process, because I won't work with just anyone now. And I would really like to maybe see if we align in our purpose and our vision of what we want to create in the world, and go from there. So have a great day, you guys. Say bye-bye. Say bye-bye. Yeah, see you later. Bye.